Now that I've downloaded my photos, I'm going to go into Photoshop, select File, Scripts, Load Files into Stack. This allows me to browse for the photos I would like to use. So I am going to go ahead and choose my downloads. And I'm going to select one of the very first images that we did, along with some books. You'll know that when I select Open, it loads the files here. And I can go ahead and say Load into one image. I have my pictures of the Spanish books, and I have our friend here. If I do like both of these, I can simply select and change my blend mode to screen to get the very cool effect. When you notice the blend mode has all of these different choices, you see it might take a long time to go through all of the different choices. So I use the shortcut M-Shift+ to cycle through my blend modes to see which one I like best. And I like this one best. Okay. So there I can have my image. I will then select File, Save As, and you should call this your name and leave it as a TIFF file. By leaving the file .tif, it allows you to swap out your image and change whenever you are ready. This tutorial will show you how to layer your images in Photoshop to create a great profile double exposure. Because I downloaded my images, I'm going to select File, Scripts, Load Files into Stack. And now I'm going to browse in my downloads to find the images from today. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one or any of these. And I think for sake of today's demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and choose this Sequoia overlay with one of the very first pictures that I took when we left the classroom. And this will show you that if your photo doesn't work, you might choose to go to the classroom. Okay, so remember right outside Miss Slater's room, we had that white wall. So if you need to go back and change your photo, you can. Now you'll notice in my layers panel, he's on the top, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him to the bottom there. And my place of friends at Sequoia in the main hallway is on top. So I'm going to select this layer, and I can choose here to change how it blends by making a really cool overlay. If I'm not sure which different type of overlay I want to use, I can go through all of them and play with it until I like it. Or I can press M, Shift, plus, and you'll see that I am now cycling through the different blend modes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cycle through until I get to one that I like. And, ooh, I really like this one. Now what I really like is I see this range, but you notice on this side it's not so clear. So I'm going to go ahead and select that layer, and I'm going to turn off my top layer, and I want to make this white. So a very simple way to do that is to select Image, Adjustments, Levels. And now with this white color picker, you'll see I have white, gray, and black. I'm going to select white, and I'm going to tell it to make that white. So it just whitened up my entire image. And now you see when I turn the overlay back on, it gives me a really cool line between where he is. So then I can move this around. I can rotate it. I can say Sequoia, place of friends, Sequoia friends. I kind of like that with a little bit of his face in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. And I'm going to press OK. And now I'm done. I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'm going to call it Your Name. And leave it as a TIFF so that I keep my layers there. Save it somewhere where you can see it. Press Save. And now, by pressing OK, you have created this image so that you can go ahead and put a new image in there. Okay, so let's say that I chose now some of the books that I want to put in there. I can say File, Open. I'm going to go to Downloads. I'm going to select these books that I chose from the library, or in fact, let's just choose some text. I'm going to choose the text, and I'm not in the same image now. So I'm going to separate these tabs, and I'm going to drag this image on top to my other image, and I'm going to drag it below. I'm going to turn off the layer style, and then remember what layer style that I liked on this one was lighten, so I can repeat that on this image. And now you see I've just changed what I fill him with. Okay, I look forward to helping everybody figure out what works best for your exposure.